Hey folks, Papa Top 912 here, coming at you with another recipe. The recipe for today is going to be Southern style potato salad. We got a little twist with it because I'm going to add some shrimp to my potato salad. And not just any shrimp, it's going to be sweet and spicy crab house shrimp. I got another recipe on YouTube that you can look at if you want to learn how to make those shrimp. But I'm going to go over everything that we're going to put in the salad today. And then I'll go ahead and get everything prepped up, and I'll come back and I'll put the salad together for you. So start on here for the main ingredient for potato salad. We have some red potatoes, wax potatoes. This is about a half a bag, and I'm going to use about 7 or 8 of those. Don't know how many yet. We're just going to cut them up and see. And then I got 6 eggs that I'm going to boil. And I'm going to take 2 stalks of these green onions here. I'm going to dice them up really thin. Then I have 1 pound of wild caught brown shrimp. These are from Texas. And got some white pepper, pink Himalayan sea salt. And instead of relish, I'm going to use these bread and butter pickles. These bread and butter pickles are made with real sugar and not high fructose corn syrup. And they're so much better than relish. If you just take the time to take those and just dice them up, when you bite into them, they're crispy and crunchy, and they burst in your mouth kind of like a nice juicy grape. So try that out and you will really appreciate it. And then I got a little bit of yellow mustard. And as far as the mayonnaise battle goes, Blue Plate wins in my house. Blue Plate is the mayonnaise of choice. We don't have that. We will go with Hellmann's, but Blue Plate is the mayonnaise of choice. Got a little paprika for garnishing. And then we got some red pepper flakes. So that's all of the ingredients that we're going to put into this potato salad. So I'm going to go ahead and get all these things prepped up. And when we come back, I'll show you how I put this salad together. So what we're going to do now, we're going to get started with putting this salad together. Got a couple spoons here. This one I'm going to use to kind of mix my wet, and this one I'm going to use just to get my mayonnaise. So start off with a nice heaping spoonful of mayonnaise. Then get you a little squirt of mustard. I don't like a lot of mustard in my salad. Mustard does give it a good flavor. So you can see in there, just a little mayonnaise and mustard. I'm gonna go ahead and put the eggs in to there. My mixing spoon here. And I'm gonna go ahead and put this pickle relish in there, or the bread and butter pickles. Also, kind of mix this together and see where we are as far as the looseness. You can always add more mayonnaise, but it's hard to take it out. But here's a secret. If you do put too much mayonnaise in it, get you a little bit of instant mashed potatoes. Just drop those instant mashed potatoes right after you mix everything up. If it's a little bit soupy, put a little bit of instant mashed potatoes in there. It'll thicken it right on up for you so you don't have soupy potato salad. So that looks pretty loose right there to start with. Probably gonna have to add some more once we put it on the potatoes. But again, like I say, start small and end up big, or put more in later. A few shakes of that red pepper. More of the white pepper. And then salt. Very, very, very little bit. Something like that much right there. Because when I boil those potatoes, I boil them in salt water. Not seawater, but just some salt water to knock the blandness off of them. And another trick I do too, I put my potatoes in the bottom of the pot, and I put the eggs right on top of those. So when the eggs are done, you can take those off and keep the potatoes going, and you only have to dirty one pot up. And Not gonna put the paprika in yet. That's more kind of a garnish on the top. Give it a little color. Alright, so I want to taste this and see what we're working with here. Man, if you ain't never tried it, those bread and butter pickles will set your potato salad off. That is good right there. Not too spicy, not salty at all. I'm gonna let Mama taste it and see what she say. She might say, put a little more pepper in it. What you say about that, lady?
That's good.
All right. We got Mama seal of approval, so boom.
That's good.
We know we working with the right stuff now. All right, wash my hands off. So now, I'm gonna go ahead and dump them shrimp in there. Now, if you want to stretch it, you can cut them shrimp up, you know, dice them in half or put them in quarters if you want to stretch it. But ain't no need to stretch it around here because this ain't going nowhere. Ain't going to nobody's house or nothing like that. So it's gonna keep them whole, and this is what we gonna do. Man, I just eat that right there myself. Shrimp salad. So now we're gonna take and put these potatoes in there. I'm just gonna put, that's a little over half of them. I didn't want to put quite that many in there that fast, but whatever. And you want to fold those potatoes. And I boil these potatoes whole too. I boil them whole with the skin on. You see a little piece of skin right there. And what that allowed me to do, since I'm using these wax potatoes, when you boil them whole, the outside of the potato will cook faster than the inside, so you get a little starch, because the outside will get a little bit, I'm going to say overcooked, but get kind of mashed potato-y, but then the inside is still nice and firm. So that's how I get my starch kind of in my potato salad. See, that's coming together good right there. Go ahead and put the rest of these in there. Push that out the way. You can see I'm folding them in. I'm not mashing them to break them up or nothing like that. Because as I'm folding them, the outside edges that's a little bit softer, it's going to come off on its own. Now, I'm going to tell you about these onions I got here. Like I said, I got the green onions. And why I didn't put them in my salad, I'm just gonna actually use them as a garnish on the salad when I plate it, because I like the flavor of the onion in the salad, but sometimes the onion can start to overpower the salad, especially once it sets up overnight. So instead of it being inside of the potato salad and then start to overpower it, because I don't like a real onion flavor. I like the crispness of the fresh onion, but I don't like a really strong onion flavor in my salad. I'll just leave it out, and then when I plate it, just sprinkle a couple on top and then mix it in to get that nice fresh crunch, and don't have to worry about it overpowering later. So you can see this is a little bit dry. A little bit dry. But watch out for your mayonnaise. I'm going to put a little bit in there, because a little bit goes a long way when it comes to potato salad. Let's see what that do right there for me. Fold that in. Scraping down on the edges. Make sure you rub them potatoes around the edge of that bowl. Get it all out there. Now, I'm gonna let this rock right here, and I'm gonna let it set. And right before I plate it, I might put a little more mayonnaise in it, but I'm just gonna let it see. I want to see what it's gonna do. Sometimes it'll tighten up on you. Sometimes it'll loosen up on you. That's one thing about cooking. You just got to be able to roll with the punches and let the dish tell you what it want to do. It's like a 2-year-old kid. They just do what they want to do, but they kind of listen to you, but they just don't understand. They just want to do what they want to do. So, Sometimes that potato salad do the same thing. So that's what we're looking at right there. So I'm gonna let this here sit. Let me go and do another little taste there right there. Boom, get me some of that potato right there. All right. All right. I think I need a little more pickle in there, but what I'm gonna do, hold that thought. It's got enough picked off, but okay, those are bread and butter pickles I use right there. The new simple pickle without the high fructose corn syrup, just got sugar in it. Just gonna pour a little bit of this sweet juice in there, and boom, that's gonna loosen it up too. So see if I put the extra mayonnaise in there before I taste it. I had soup salad. All right. Oh yeah. See that little bit of liquid loosen that stuff up like that? Always layer your food when you're cooking. Go a little bit at a time. And understand that you ain't gonna never make the same thing twice. You can write the recipe down all you want to, but it ain't gonna never turn out the same way twice. Let's try that there again. Might go with a little bit more salt, but I'm gonna let this hit just kind of settle down first. I can still taste the freshness in the potato. Let mama taste it, see what she say. That's good, baby. What you say?
That's good.
All right, so we're gonna let that rock right there. Going to cover this up, put it in the refrigerator, and then before we get ready to serve it, I'll put it in a clean bowl, paprika across the top, and I'm gonna sprinkle some of them onions on it when we plate it, and I'll show you what it looked like. All right, folks, so here's the final tally on the shrimp potato salad. You can see we got the potato salad. We got a nice clean bowl here. Put it in. We tasted it. We did add one smidget of salt after it rested a little while. Just a little bit more salt, but not a lot. I'm talking like a pinch. And we just put it in this bowl, covered it over with paprika. And then there's our green onions right there. All that's been in the refrigerator, so it's nice and chilled. So once we put this on our plate, we'll drop a few of those green onions on top of it, and it'll be a nice salad that we'll eat. So I hope you enjoyed this. Try it out. Let me know what you think. Papa Top 912, signing off.